Robert Stevenson up. Hello.
Welcome back to the Father and Son News Show here on the Radio on Fire News Network. Don McKay in here alongside my father. How you doing, Dad?
Hey, I'm great.
You good?
Yep.
Is this mic on? It is? Okay.
Yep.
All right. He's more subdued than he was a few
minutes ago.
I
just drove back
Mom,
from Detroit.
Is your mic on?
I am on.
Yeah. So you're very what is the word when someone's conservative? You're very conservative with the volume, but it's good. It's good. So in here, jam-packed, eventful week of news.
Yes.
So you seem fired up and ready to go.
Yes.
Hillary's back. Is that you're excited about? Is that Hillary's resurfaced? Came out of the woods? No, that's not why you're excited. No. Impeachment inquiry, which is they need to talk about like the inquiry part is to me it's like we're having an impeachment hearing or we're not. Like why do they add the inquiry part to it? But anyway, so you're excited about that? You think this is going to be a good outcome?
Not for the Democrats. They haven't been.
Okay.
I don't.
So you think this is going to be a good outcome for Republicans?
No, it's going to be a sad outcome for this country. Period.
Okay.
And so.
So no winners here.
Yeah, it cannot be any winners in America. Maybe in Russia, there be some winners. They laughing. You know what I mean? But here in America, it's sad times, man. Sad.
Sad why?
I mean, the president of Finland said when they introduced him, he said he went to the African American Museum today. He said he had some downtime. He went to the Indian Museum. He said this is a great country, In
D.C.
Yes, and he's standing to the president. He said that your democracy. I just hope you can keep it. Mm-hmm. You understand that? This is, everybody in the world sees what's going on here. I hope you can keep it. This is dangerous times we live in because this man is dangerous. You got a maniac with the pistol and his fingers on the trigger. Yeah,
but then here's the thing: he doesn't know how to shoot. So
somebody gonna get shot.
This maniac could shoot himself in the foot.
Yeah,
which is potentially what happened. Yeah. You know what I mean? Maniac is more dangerous to have a trained shooter than somebody like him.
I don't know.
Because I think you shoot yourself in the foot, shoot yourself in the leg, shoot the guy standing beside him, or in Cheney's case, shoot somebody that's hunting with him. There's so many examples we got here.
Yeah.
Don't give him so much credit.
Yeah, but he is. And what's the most frightening thing is the respect that they give the office. Like he was talking to the news press. I asked you no question. Shut up. No. And they acquiesce. They do. The president. And he just
because they're trained to do that. Like if you look at Scandal, everything's yes, Mr. President. No, it's just even TV. Like I said, TV shows and historically they've just done that. They've built up that office. But the problem that I have with it is that if the person holding the office does not rise to that level, then you just can't. It's really hard to give them that respect. You know what I mean?
Hey, he doesn't hold
exactly,
but they give it to him because it's the office of the presidency because they keep thinking about the next one in line.
No, I don't know about that though. I think it's because do you think that they gave Obama the president respect of the office? These same people, these Republicans.
Oh hell no!
No. So it wasn't. No. It's not about that as much as they're scared of him. Now he's a bully, so they're scared of him. He might smack one of them in the back of the head or something like that. They're scared to be belittled by him.
But here's the thing: Obama was black.
Yes.
This guy's white. This country is white. All the people he's dealing with are white.
Did they give Bush the respect in the office, Junior?
They gave him the respect, as far as yes, Mr. President, no, Mr. President. The Democrats didn't come at him like
Democrats didn't come at nobody. You know what I mean? The Democrats are a bunch of cucks. Oh, I'm sorry, my mother's in here. Yes, cucks. You know what a cuck is?
No.
Mom, can you tell me what a cuck is? You don't know?
A cup.
Cuck.
Cuck.
C-U-C-K.
I don't know what it is. I mean, I can imagine what it means.
What do you think it is?
I mean, it's a chump or...
Well, it's definitely that, yes. So, a cuck is
I like that
someone... And they were saying that one of those shooters, he was dealing with this in his household, and that was one of the reasons they felt that he went over the edge. So, a
what
cuck...
shooter? I mean, you got to explain.
One of the last Republican-leaning... mass shooters. Anyway, a cuck is so a man and a woman have a relationship, right?
Oh my!
But
this is
so some other guy comes in and the husband is forced to sit in the corner while another guy is with his wife. Okay, so some guys are into that submissive role and just sitting there while another guy is having his way with his wife. So that guy is a cuck, right?
I've never heard.
And the Democrats are cucks. Okay, they won't do anything. You know what I mean? And so, yeah.
But it was a movie with Paul Newman played an Indian, and that
an Indian.
Yeah. Or was he? He was an Indian. And it was a great movie. I remember. I've been trying to. I saw this 50 years ago, and that scenario happened. And they ambushed the stagecoach and took the lady out and her husband, and he had his way with the woman. And, and he was tied up. It was 3 or 4 different scenarios. One that he was tied up, and then the husband was in cahoots with the Indian. It was all kind of stuff. So yeah, what we got?
So this is like Cowboys and Indians.
Yeah, without question.
They don't have a lot of movies like that no more.
No,
you know that subject matter doesn't come up too much anymore. But as far as where we are right now, every day there's a new development in this fiasco, right? So you have a whistleblower that comes out and says that some shady things happen in regards to the president, and this phone call and conversations with some other countries, and there has been debate back and forth as to whether or not he pressured them versus asking. He's trying to clean things up with corruption. A lot of fuzzy lines here. Where do you sit with this phone call to Ukraine? And it's been, maybe we need to print up some Ukraine T-shirts, because Ukraine we've said the word Ukraine more in the last week than people ever in their life. I don't think I've ever said the word Ukraine before.
Well, you know what? It's a combination of things that are happening simultaneously here. First of all, Putin has told Trump.
Yep.
Don't give them no weapons.
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
Clearly.
And don't give him no weapons. And so Trump says, I might be able to give me some money out of this deal, get something out of this deal, instead of just, crossing them off. So they knew about Biden. I mean, everybody, listen, nepotism is all over the world. I mean, I'm here at this radio station for one reason. It's my son's radio station. Okay, so I mean that just goes with the territory, And but the main reason is with that whole situation is that Putin said, "Don't give them no money and no weapons," and Trump says, "Yes, sir." Or however he says it, and that's the nucleus of this, and so. At the same time, he said, "Well, maybe I can get some dirt on Biden, because he's supposed to be the head honcho. This is supposed to be my challenger,
right?"
And so it snowballed
from there.
Yeah.
Okay, so that alone, from what you've described, the conversation between Trump and the Ukraine president, is anything illegal in him saying? The Ukraine president saying, "Hey, we're going to be ready to purchase those weapons from you shortly." don't forget that we want that weaponry from you. And then the president saying, yeah, that's cool, but I'm gonna need you to do me a favor first. Is that against the law to your understanding of the law?
He's using it not in the he's the president of the United States. He's not Donald Trump making a deal for himself. That was making it. He's doing a deal for himself, and not that doesn't happen.
Well, it always happens, yeah.
But you can't get caught. Okay,
right.
And he got caught red-handed doing whatever he want to do. And then they asked him today at the news conference. They said, "Okay, well, can you just answer this question from Mr. President? Well, what did you want them to do about Biden?" I don't want to ask the Finland president a question. He's our guest. Ask him a question. But can I do that? Ask him a question. He
didn't want to answer.
No, he didn't want to answer. He didn't want to answer.
Yeah, and they allow him to get away with these things because he does a combination of things. He pulls from a bag of tricks that they've never even seen before.
Right.
And he pulls from the same bag of tricks that he's always been doing.
Exactly.
Which previously they had never seen before.
Exactly.
So they still haven't figured out how to combat him.
And see, in New York they do.
Because they used to it.
They know him. They know him. These people they're like when he came out and said give Russia, can you give us those 33,000 emails? They were like deer in headlights. Can you believe it? What did he just say? And they're just now 2 years later.
He's what you call ahead of his time.
Yeah, 2 years later, realize, wait a minute now that sounds treasonous in itself, and whenever he says something or somebody's a treason, it's him, okay, it's him. Deflating. Whatever he says is him. When he's like an 8-year-old who said, "Well, Johnny, he threw the ball first."
I'm sure, and I'm sure in the Trump household, he said that kind of stuff
all the time.
Whenever he got caught doing something,
he said today at the news conference. Well, what about Obama when he told the president, not Putin, but he told the president of Russia? He said, "Well, we could talk about this after the election." What about that? What about that? Mm-hmm. What the? Mm-hmm. And they tolerate this.
Yeah. So I agree, but I also come at it from this standpoint.
Yes, sir.
Trump is wrong, right? I don't know if that what they are making a fuss over, if that is worse than what they thought they had on him before. But as far as in the Mueller report, but it's easier for the American people to understand a phone call. We can hear his voice. It's put out some pages. We got some words. It's easier to follow. The whole Russian probe was very convoluted and complicated, and it was dragged out. This was really simple, and people could understand it. I think that's why it's getting so much. It's getting more headway than the Mueller report ever did.
Mm-hmm. Getting traction.
Right. But I do not want to let Biden off the hook. Mm-hmm. The thing with Biden looks shady. It is, and this is one of the reasons that Trump got elected. He was able to get people to focus on the shiny object of the swamp. Mm-hmm. What Bidens are doing is called the swamp. Now, while you are here at Radio on Fire because we are related and you know me, that's one thing. Now, if you look at some of our local politicians, it happens all the time. But when you get caught, you got caught. You know what I'm saying? When if I'm the mayor and I'm giving the construction contracts to my friends or family members, yes, this happens. But when you get caught and the light gets shined on you, you caught. Right. You're exposed. Right. And Biden has been exposed. But they're both wrong. Trump was wrong. And Biden is wrong.
Biden is wrong about what?
Okay.
Hello.
You said, what is he wrong about?
Yes, you said Biden is
First
wrong.
of all,
it's like Hillary. He has been able to divert attention off of himself and place on somebody else. Look at Hillary. Hillary's worse than me. Biden's worse than me.
No, I didn't say he's worse. I'm saying that you have two wrongs.
Explain to me and American people. Be quiet.
The Trump children are wrong.
The listening audience, be quiet and listen. We're going to find out what Biden did.
How is Biden wrong?
Yeah.
The way that it looks very corrupt. It looks like I am leveraging my position to put my children in positions, and then when investigations are coming, I should be technically recused from even being involved in overseeing anything about the investigation of anything that has to do with my children's this business dealing.
This sounds like a Wednesday night show to me. But now let me.
It is Wednesday.
It's Wednesday evening.
No,
that Wednesday night show. Because I want y'all to listen to the 7:00 show.
And listen, and he's not, and he wouldn't say. He would say that Biden's wrong and Trump's right. I'm saying both are wrong. And
I'm saying Biden not wrong.
He's not wrong for what?
Wait. Because I'm the vice president and my son meets somebody. He comes over to Ukraine with me, and you meet the head of the steel company, and y'all work out the deal.
That don't look crazy?
No, crazy. That's the way life is.
Who's the Republican that just stepped down because of insider trading when he called his kids from the White House and said, hey, you're going to need to divest. Something's going to go down. Insider trading. It's called insider trading, right?
That is not. I mean,
it is. That's
what he's on. What he did at the White House, yeah.
That's what he's on. But listen.
But me introducing you to the guy when I was in the water business. Mm-hmm. You introduced me to the guy in Guadalupe who has the factory, and they want to start doing water.
That's different. And let me tell you now. So same thing. Let's say that you were in charge of water for America.
Yeah.
Right. And then you introduce me to a water distributor manufacturer, and I get a big contract for this because of that. It looks corrupt.
That ain't corrupt.
No, I said it looks corrupt.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
It doesn't. You only do business.
You wear glasses. I don't. My vision's better.
You only do
trust me in your lying eyes.
You only do business with people that you know anyway.
Yes, but listen, Mom.
Oh, okay, wait a minute.
Do you hear this?
Wait a minute. So
if Mom works for the Maryland Lottery and I win the lottery, that looks crazy. He said, he went into the liquor store. He bought a lottery ticket. I can't win.
How does that equate?
I can't win the lottery. They had this thing that says, if you or anybody in your family works for the Maryland Lottery, you cannot win the lottery.
How does that equate?
You know why? Because it reeks of corruption.
So it reeks of corruption that I'm sitting here on the show Father and Son News Hour that the radio station that my son owns.
This is a private.
That's corrupt.
This is a private business, so that's different. So if it's a
hold on, let's start right there. So what Biden did, and I don't know what Biden did, but I'm just saying by me connecting him, my son with the distributor of liquor in I'm just throwing that out in Ukraine. That ain't corrupt.
No, that in itself is not. But let's take it a step further. Now,
everything Trump does is corrupt.
Yes, I agree with that. And I'm saying the same.
And I don't even like Biden. I ain't
the same
Biden.
Thing applies to Trump's children, and so the Democrats are not shining. If we let this whole thing play out, it shines the light on all of them, because it's not that Biden is good and Trump is bad. If they're both bad. They're both bad.
I disagree.
If President Obama, if one of his girls was in the place of any one of these Biden boys, Trump's girl, any of them, and those girls were old enough to be out wheeling and dealing, people would be crying foul.
Like Trump's daughter?
Yes, they would be crying foul. But for whatever reason, Democrats are not crying foul for her. She's just going by the wayside.
They have not cried foul for any of them, and all of them are corrupt. I'm talking about on the Trump's side.
Yes,
but
what Trump is doing, and I understand why he's doing it.
Yeah.
He's saying it's the same way I operated before I got here, and we're going to keep doing things the same way. Right, I understand that. And if nobody checks him on it,
exactly,
that's what he fine. Right, you know what I mean?
Right. And that's the same thing he did with Hillary. Throw her under the bus.
Yeah.
Look at her. Don't look at me. Look at her.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing to see here. Look at Biden. Nothing to see here.
Yeah.
Look at Biden.
Yeah. But what I'm trying to say is that going back to Sheila Dixon, one of the issues that she had was with the contracts, right? Using your logic that everything is fine, then that shouldn't be a problem, right?
The contract, she got no. I don't know.
When they were accusing her of giving some government contract work to some people that she had some connection to.
But listen.
That's what politicians do, though.
If I'm the president or the vice president of the United States, and we go over to Nigeria, I'm gonna meet with this person, that person. Everybody I'm gonna meet with is money people.
Yes.
My son is there. Hey, how you doing there?
Now that in itself is not a problem.
That's what Biden did.
But let's go further. Now let's say
that's what he did. I'm doing business.
That part is fine. Now let's say
I'm gonna give you that
under investigation, right?
Okay.
Now that company comes under investigation, and you are someone who can influence the investigation. You should be recused. You should recuse yourself. It only comes a problem if you're in an overseeing capacity.
Trump is smart because he got us talking about Biden. I don't know nothing about Biden did. Okay, I'm not going to talk about Biden because I don't know.
You're being a politician right now.
I'm talking about Donald.
No, I'm saying
Trump.
when I hit you with the gut shot, he said I don't want to fight no more.
Yeah. Because I don't.
What about the overseeing part? If my son commits a crime, right? But I'm a police officer.
Who said he committed a crime?
I'm just saying if.
Okay.
But I'm in a position that I can influence the punishment. That looks crazy.
If you are involved.
If I'm a judge, right? And I sit in criminal cases, and my son is someone who can come before me in my courtroom. And I say, no, and I go to the prosecutor. I say, you need to drop them charges, right? And he drops the charges.
Everybody,
that does not look crazy?
No. Everybody.
Yes or no?
Hold on.
I cornered him. Yes or no?
No, hold on. Everybody. Now, even the man that you don't want to talk about, Donald Trump.
No, I want to talk about him.
Listen. He said that Ukraine is a corrupt country. That's the reason that I was.
That's a lie.
I hesitant about.
That's a lie.
Hesitant about doing business with them because I want to cut down corruption. That's why I didn't want necessarily to do business with them.
But that's a lie.
Okay, but hold on. Now, everybody in the European Union said that prosecutor needs to be recuse himself, or he needs to come down.
They said he need to be gone.
He need to be gone. Okay.
Yes.
The United States representative Joe Biden took the lead.
Yes.
Okay.
And that was the mistake.
The United States should take the lead. The mistake is following Donald Trump.
I can't take the lead. We love this. We love this quote. Julius Caesar.
Booty grazer.
Julius Caesar with his first wife. When he divorced his first wife.
Sheila.
Why? Why did he divorce his first wife?
I don't know.
Because she has to be above reproach. She has to be above reproach.
You cannot even use the word above reproach.
We're talking about Biden.
When you're talking about Donald Trump, he is. Oh my God,
this stuff happened before Trump was even running.
I'm not even talking about Biden. I'm talking about Donald Trump. Okay, I'm not gonna let. Hey, listen, I'm not a slickster. People might think I am. I'm not. I look like it, but I'm not. I'm really a square guy. Okay, but
only slick people say that.
Okay, but Donald
Trump.
Square
people say I'm cool. Okay.
Well, Wanda Pruden agrees with you, Dwight. She says everything Trump does is bad.
It is.
No, I didn't say that he wasn't bad. I said they both are bad.
No, I'm not going to talk about Biden. It's about
this is
Donald Trump.
It's about thing. This is both.
It's about Donald Trump saying to Ukraine president, that I need a favor, or we don't give you that money. That's what we talking about. I ain't talking about.
No, I'm taking a step further and saying that because of this partisan that they're saying, oh, Trump's wrong, Biden's right. I'm saying as an independent, they're both corrupt.
Okay,
they're both wrong.
What I'm saying as a Democrat, Donald Trump is wrong, and Biden, I'm not even dealing with that. I'm talking about Donald Trump. I'm talking about the president. He ain't the president. I'm talking about Donald Trump, the president, trying to wheel and deal personal business, and he's supposed to be the president of the United States doing what's right for this country. He ain't thinking about this country. He's thinking about himself.
Yeah,
I'm talking about Donald Trump. I'm talking about the president.
I agree with that part. I'm saying that the House will probably impeach him. The Senate will not, and this is still going to come down to the election.
Well, then if that's the case too, at least the Democrats will have said that even if they don't impeach him in the Senate, we did our job, America. Mm-hmm. We did what you brought us here to do, to protect this country and to put checks on it and to let everybody know nobody's above the law. So they need to stand up and applaud that. If the Senate doesn't, they may be able to get this, they might be able to get 20 people by then.
20 people
in the Senate to go along with it.
You think so?
They might. No, I didn't say I think so. I said they might.
It's probable. It's probable.
It's possible. I mean, it may not be probable, but it's possible.
Yeah, I mean, my thing is that Trump has disgraced the office.
Yes, I agree.
But there have been, I mean, just like we go back to Spiro Agnew, corrupt, right? Corrupt. And
the president.
Nixon, that does not negate the fact that Nixon was corrupt. That's in addition to, you know what I mean? That's in addition to. Let's understand and understand this and be clear. Trump is not a Republican. Trump is a Democrat. He just turned to a Republican because he knew that was the way in.
Yeah, let's look at it like this. Everybody,
that Democrat-Republican stuff don't mean nothing.
Everybody who has left the White House is not poor. They left and they're making money on their contacts and who they are, and that's how the world is. But you can do it.
That's fine.
But it's the way you go about doing it.
How do you do it?
Donald Trump is just a blatant opportunist con man. And he's not fit to be the president. You know what? A friend of mine in Nigeria used to say to me. He said, "Williams, you are always ready to see the president anytime you're dressed immaculately. You're ready to see the president." No, he ain't said president. Or the White House. You're ready. He said you're always ready. You're always ready to go to the White House at any time. This guy has degraded the White House, so that's the insult to me. I don't want to go to the White House, But hey, I've enjoyed this, my brother.
Yes. Always
again.
Fun. Always fun. Never a dull moment.
Yes. Yes.
Mom, you have any input over there?
No, your listeners are really excited about tonight's show. And believe it or not, our favorite Republican, Robert Stevenson, was listening. He didn't have any questions, but he's there. He's listening.
Good.
Well, I want to make sure that I don't want him to think that I'm siding with him in any way, shape, or form. Trump is the worst, and his supporters are misguided.
Well, we needed to clear that up.
Yeah, they're misguided. Yeah. So
because we don't want to sound like you had been visiting the White House. Or
absolutely not. And as far as Democrats and Republicans, there are bad people on both sides.
Hey,
to flip Trump, there are bad people on both sides.
Hey, listen. Talk about black people and white people. They're bad people on both sides. Indians,
facts.
Mexicans. You know what I mean?
You
Chinese.
know any Indians?
Yeah.
You know Indians?
Yeah, I've seen them on TV.
Right.
Native Americans?
That's what he said. Oh, you say Native Americans
or
people from India?
But Donald Trump.
I got you.
But Donald Trump needs to be incarcerated.
He won't be though.
Probably not.
He won't be. So let's make a prediction. Will he be reelected? And we're just going to assume that the first thing was being elected. It wasn't, but we're going to pretend that it was for the sake of this conversation.
too early for me to say, but he stands a good chance because I still say that the voting machines were manipulated. If you look at the 2016 elections, Florida, neck and neck. Hillary's winning. Trump's winning. Hillary's winning. You see the numbers were just flipping back and forth.
You said that before.
Yeah.
So we have precincts. Okay, Mom, we went to a precinct to vote down on Baltimore Street, Baltimore Martin Luther King. And when they send their numbers in, that's going to give you a tally. And then there's another precinct that we used to go to at Edmondson. And when they send their precincts, and the numbers will fluctuate. So I'm just saying that there could be an explanation for precincts. Now we go all over the country. Precincts, numbers coming in and out. Okay, look, precinct over here. Oh, that's a Republican one. Oh, precinct over here. That's Democrat. You know, it can happen.
No, Hillary's got the lead. Trump's got the lead. Hillary's got the lead.
But that's what they just said. The precinct's coming in with numbers.
Yeah.
Well, LaTanya Hill says if he's not impeached, he is definitely going to win again.
Tanya said that?
LaTanya Hill said that.
LaTanya.
Click on her profile. Is she black or white?
I believe you, LaTanya.
LaTanya Hill is black with some awesome braids on her head.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, Sister Hill.
I don't know about that. Okay,
Sister Hill.
So she's saying that this is something that Tommy Lauren was saying, that the Democrats are doing this because they can't beat him in the election. I don't believe that they feel that.
Well, listen, if everything was up and up fair elections, the Democrats it would be a landslide for the Democrats.
They would let this go, you mean?
Huh? No, he would lose.
I mean, I think that so many people are energized and motivated that this kind of stuff may make them come out and vote him out.
Yeah, but I think that everything was fair and fair. He would lose by a landslide. But the way it is now,
but would he be able to manipulate the Electoral College? Because he lost by a landslide the last time.
He didn't. 3 million votes.
3 million is a lot.
Out of 100 and out of 100.
You think that's close?
20 million.
That's too close to call.
Yeah, that wasn't a lot of votes.
Within the margin, 3 million votes is not within the margin of error.
But here's what Donald Trump is really banking on. You heard this from me. There were about 40 million people who were registered to vote that didn't vote. 40 million
of the infamous Obama coalition.
No. If it's 40 million who did not vote, them ain't black people. Okay.
No, but there were a lot of black people in the Obama coalition that did not vote because they weren't energized.
No, I mean that is so minuscule compared to the 40 million who did not vote. These are white people.
Yeah, but a lot of people are completely disengaged from politics because they think that it don't matter, and those are a lot of those people. It's
ridiculous to me.
Didn't vote in 2016.
It's ridiculous for me to hear when people say, "Well, black people didn't come out to vote." White people put that man in office. It wasn't black people not voting. White people.
The Electoral College put him in office.
Yeah, 65% of white men voted for him.
But that's not what got him in office.
And
the Electoral College is what got him in office.
The Electoral College couldn't function if he hadn't had the votes in the states to function with. Okay, so the majority of the people who voted for Donald Trump are white men and white women put him in office.
So the target, the issue is Middle America,
and
because those were the states.
I don't know about Middle America, but I'm just saying 40 million people who are eligible to vote didn't vote, and
throughout the country,
and that 40 million is predominantly white people.
Yes, but are they predominantly liberal or are they predominantly conservative? Because if these people are in California, if these people are in Texas, if these people are in Florida, it makes a difference where they're from.
It does make a difference. If he is able to tap into what he wants to race, if you vote for him, you against your race. If you vote for me, you vote for white people. You said if he's able to successfully do what he wants to do.
But if he's running against another white person, if he runs against another white male,
that's like
then how does that argument doesn't work?
Yes, it does, because it works just like Muhammad Ali fighting against Joe Frazier. Okay, that's a white man's champ. I'm the champ. Okay, they both black. So I mean, he flipping it. You know what I mean? You just flip it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he been flipping it all along. He's flipping. You know, he's like an 8-year-old child. Look what he took. I stole this bike, but he stole the bike too, and he stole the bike. Hillary, look what Hillary did. Look what Joe did, and Joe's son. Why everybody picking on me? You know, look at them.
Yeah. I mean,
put the money over there. Put the money over there. Look at them. You know, put the money in the safe. Look at them. That's what he doing.
I got you.
I love y'all, baby boomers. I love baby boomers.
So, Mom, something tells me that we are at the same exact point that we were in at the start of the broadcast. I think we both laid out our points, but I think that we're both still firmly where we were. Dad feels as though
Robert Stevens, we still friends. You're still my best friend, even though you're a Trump supporter.
One of your friends.
One of my friends.
Okay.
Yeah.
Come on, Robert. We want to hear what the Republicans think. Where are you, Robert?
I was talking to a Republican yesterday online, and a lot of them just don't believe the stuff that we're saying. Like they believe that Trump is being persecuted and targeted just because they don't like him, and they're
drinking his Kool-Aid.
Yeah, so they're drinking the Kool-Aid completely.
Jim Jones Kool-Aid?
Yeah. They're drinking Flavor-Aid. Tang. You remember Tang?
Yeah.
They're drinking Tang. They're eating Spam.
Tang goes out of space. They drink.
Does it?
Yeah, they drink that.
Yeah,
highly promoted. They drink it out of space.
They're eating Spam.
Yeah.
But what's up with Mike Pence? He's real quiet.
Well, did you hear?
He's real quiet.
Listen. Today at the news conference, he said, "I want Ambassador Pence to come up." You know, and everybody thought.
He said ambassador.
That's what he said. I want Ambassador Pence to come up, and he liked it because he knew everybody was going to think that if he lost his mind, he's going to Vice President Ambassador Pence. But the other guy got up there. He said it's Ambassador Pence. They're not related. Look alike, but they ain't related. You know? And it was Ambassador Pence. But Pence, he's just staying in the background, with his mouth closed, doing like this. Eyes are moving back and forth.
I see this, and we'll end on this note. If they pin all this on Giuliani or
nothing sticks to these people.
Giuliani?
I mean, nothing gonna happen to them.
Yeah, so if they put it on Giuliani or Pompeo, and Trump is able to push this off to them, then he can move forward.
He's been doing it all along. I don't have any confidence.
Somebody got to take the fall. Pompeo's on the call. You should have said something, and the president may be untouchable, but the cabinet is not.
Take the fall. You said that Joe Biden needs to take the fall.
No, what I'm saying about, I didn't say he needs to take a fall. I'm just saying that corruption is corruption, and because corruption happens frequently, that does not mean that we excuse the corruption. If someone who is despised alerts us of corruption in an attempt to shield in an attempt to shield themselves,
ladies and gentlemen,
I say we get both of them,
not just one. No, get that corrupt one as the president.
No, they're both corrupt
because he's doing business, and my son is here. Just because you got a radio station, I'm corrupt.
No, you're these are Republican talking points that you're saying.
Now, listen, here's the difference. I'm no different than I was when you were a child. I'm talking about the truth and the American way.
So Dad, if we'll go to the simple level.
When you got in trouble in school, I said, Dwayne.
Let's go to school. Okay. Let's go to school for a second.
If the teacher, if you hit that teacher,
Dad, here's a good one, and this is a true story. At the Mark of Excellence Christian Academy. Yes, I'm name dropping.
Yes.
The Mark of Excellence Christian Academy.
School that you went to.
Miss Davis was the principal.
Yes.
She had a son who was the same age as me.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Different things that I got suspended for, her son did those things as well, and more. And
that's corrupt.
And she knew it, and he was not punished for that. That's the same type of corruption I'm talking about. And I was suspended for this.
If I was the principal of the school and you had done something bad, and this boy did,
and you knew it,
yeah, and I knew it, I would suspend that boy, and I might have to discipline you. I might not suspend you. You're my son. Everybody got to know all our business. Dwayne, don't do it again.
And then when I do it again, because I know that there's not going to be any consequences.
Dwayne, people, this is our school. We've got to maintain a certain. You got to raise up, my son.
New girls in school. My father's a principal. We can do what we want. Come on, y'all. We can do what we want. And then it just keeps building and building. What you're talking about is what happens with these privileged white males, Biden and Trump. There's no difference.
It is a difference. Okay,
they grew up like that. See, we grew up. We are black males
Biden
in this system.
And Donald Trump are two different people. Believe me. This guy.
What separates them?
They're both white, but one is a crook.
They both in that same age group. Both are crooks.
Yeah.
Both are crooks.
Okay. On that note, ladies and gentlemen,
both crooks are only one crook.
No
comment.
No.
You know what that means?
What?
She agrees with me, but she doesn't want to not agree with you. Okay, fine. All right. So we got to get out of here. This has been fun. You were supposed to cut us off 12 minutes ago, and yep, that's it. We got to go. Of course, RadioOnFire.com/father and son. If you miss any episodes, we'll be back next week on our regular time. True, or Wednesday. We'll see. We'll let you know.
Yeah, Tuesday or Wednesday.
It's always fun.
Hey, I love baby boomers. I love them. I was in Detroit last week, and hey, I had a great time. Me and my wife.
Talk about that.
Great time.
Maybe we'll talk about that next week.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you, Mom.
Peace out. That's a wild show, boy. Use your muscles. Pull it, baby. Pull it.
This is the brother that's been working with Brother Charles Martin to keep the hope and dreams alive of keeping the Callaway home up and established in that Druid Park community. So they've been up against it. How you doing, my brother? Good to see you. They've been up against it as far as the CDC over there, because they want to tear it down. They want to put a park over there. Okay. How you doing, my brother?
Good. How you doing?
I'm good. All right. How's the week been?
Oh, really good. Good.
Where's the little one?
Yeah. In the refrigerator. Yeah.
Where's she at? Chilling?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.